2025, July. I've got to keep this protest up, I think this is one of those things I'm not going to let go, because it's just so wrong. There's a few sayings that I believe in. One of those sayings is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As we know, my teeth are broke, they need fixing. If something ain't broke and it works fine, then leave it alone. But if something is broke, then surely we have a responsibility to fix it. There's another saying that I say a lot, which is the definition of madness is to carry on doing the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result. It doesn't matter how many years this carries on for. Look around me, behind me. It doesn't matter how many years you keep this ridiculous, stupid band going. It's not going to make any difference. And the result is not going to be any different. This is nearly the middle of July. There's nobody on the beach. Now that kind of tells my logical, common sense brain that this ridiculous notion of let's keep the dogs off the beach from May to September because it's going to attract so many holiday makers that they're going to be offended by all the dogs on the beach. So we've got to stop the dogs going on the beach. It hasn't worked. They haven't come. They're not coming. They didn't come last year. They're not coming this year, and they're not going to come next year. So if next year you keep this ban up again from May to September, all you're doing is making yourself look stupid. I would not want to be the person sitting at the desk of the responsibility stops here, the buck stops here with me in this situation. Whoever you are, whatever desk you're sitting at, and the buck stops for you, must get my teeth fixed. You need to sort this out. It's not working. If a tree falls in a forest and there's no one there to watch it or listen to it, does it still make a noise? If you took a tree trunk, stood it up on the moon and pushed it over, would it make a noise? So I've got to say, if you take your dog on the beach or take your dog in the water to cool off and there's nobody around, is that still offending anybody? Is there anybody to be offended by somebody walking their dog on the beach right now? No. But you know, this is very interesting. And this is what all those people never thought about. If we had 50 or 100 dog walkers on the beach right now, they would be spending money. They would be holiday makers or locals that would be spending money. I'm not even got my dog with me, and I'm going to go for a coffee and something to eat. This rule, this stupid, nonsensical rule, has taken money away from the town centre. It's taken money away from the town traders. It's taken money away from all the coffee shops and cake shops and food shops around here. It has cost the economy of this town an incredible amount of money. Is it about time we stopped with that? night. I mean, I'm not being funny, but for the odd holiday maker that doesn't like a dog on the beach, go somewhere else. It's proven, 100% proven, that by keeping the dogs off the beach, the people won't come. It hasn't changed anything. It is madness to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Here I am again, walking on the beach in the evening, end of the day. There's something that strikes me about this beach business, and that is tens of thousands of holiday makers come here without dogs, and they leave their little deposits on the beach, because anyone walking along the beach can see the sweetie wrappers, the tin cans, the crisp packets, the things for the vapes that sort of look like a long worm that seagulls eat and die, lighters, things that animals eat and get killed in, get their heads stuck in. Rubbish we get left on the beach by people that come to the beach to enjoy the beach and enjoy our seaside. And I can say the word our now because I've lived here 21 years. As far as I'm concerned, I'm as local as anybody else. So I just think we should take that into consideration, don't you? If there's no one on the beach in May, and no one on the beach hardly in June, and hardly anybody on the beach in July, there's the beach, nice and empty, right? If there's nobody on the beach, why are we not allowing dogs on the beach? I don't understand, and I want someone to explain that to me. I've seen a comment which I will be answering, something about, you know, why do you think you're above the law to go against the law? It's not about that. I don't believe I'm above the law. What I believe is that there are certain laws that should never have been made in the first place. And unless we, the people, stand up to be counted and start saying to some of these lawmakers, look, that law that you made however many years ago, it's crap, it's rubbish, it doesn't work, it's broke, so it needs fixing. And that is what my protest, if you like, is all about. I think I will continue this protest with about the dogs not being allowed on the beach, because I think it's wrong on so many levels. How much money was taken away from all of the cafes and the bars and the pubs and so on today, where people could have stopped off having a walk with their dog like I do, but they don't do that. And so because they don't come to the beach, they're not stopping off at the hotel trade, you know, the brasserie trade, the cafe trade, whatever you want to call it. And I think all of the people selling coffee, cake, biscuits, food, whatever, anywhere along the seafront, those people really, really, really should be, in my opinion, getting behind a protest such as this. You take this protest away and you increase the economy of Weymouth. If you're serious about increasing the economy of Weymouth and having Weymouth do better, then you really need to get rid of this stupid, idiotic law, whatever you want to call it. It needs getting rid of. It needs tearing up and throwing in the bin, and it needs redoing, and it needs redoing with a committee of only dog owners. No one on that committee making a decision should not be a dog owner. They've got no place on that committee, in my opinion, because the whole idea is taking dogs away from the majority of the holiday makers. You don't need a non-dog owner to tell you that. We already know that. It's a question of a happy medium. What do you do for everybody concerned? But at the moment, all you're doing is you are excluding people from Weymouth. Essentially advertising for over a decade that infirm, disabled, difficult to walk people are never, ever, ever going to be able to safely walk their dog in the dog area provided means that this should have been looked at years ago. It is blatant discrimination against disabled people, and I don't know why the disability organisations locally haven't taken action against it before now, because they should have done. It's stupid, it's nonsensical, it's ridiculous, and it needs getting rid of. And the only people that can get rid of it is us. We've got a badger, whoever it is, who's the buck stops here. Whoever's got that desk, they need badgering. They're not here, they're not coming. They didn't come last month, they didn't come in May, they're not coming in July. They're only going to come, this beach will get mobbed in a 6-week holiday, and maybe a couple of weeks in August, and that is it. Anyway, please leave a review on the page, please leave a review on some other business's page, and please share one of the businesses on our page. And if you're a business and you want us to help, or you want to get involved, give us a shout. If you want to sponsor one of these videos, give us a shout. Many thanks. Please leave your comments. Only leaving enough comments and blowing up a post, whether it's mine or a council post or whatever, is going to get things changed.